KFC has brought back a fan favorite in their honey barbecue sauce, answering the wishes of many Kentucky Fried Chicken loyalists nostalgic for the sauce that first came out in the 90s. It's been off of the menu since the early 2000s, but it's now back for a limited time. Not only can you try the sauce on KFC's classic chicken pieces, but for the first time you can get it on the KFC chicken sandwich and or the chicken tenders as well. Since it's been probably 2 decades since I've tried this sauce, I had to give it a spin to see if it's worth the insane hype and cult following it has garnered. Let's go pick some up. Hi, I have an online order.
Okay, please move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Have a good day. I opted to try the honey barbecue tenders, and I was only able to order it as a combo. Could not order the tenders on their own through the KFC app, so I got a 3-piece combo. This runs $10.89 and includes your choice of 2 dipping sauces, a drink, a biscuit, and a side. The default side is the KFC secret recipe fries. Let's give it a look now that we've secured the bag. To me, these tenders couldn't possibly look more mass-produced. It looks like it came right out of the freezer. That may sound ridiculous since it's obviously a big fast food chain, but these could not look more different in a negative way than the advertised photo. Also, I've got to add that temperature-wise they came out pretty lukewarm, which was disappointing. You can see I went with the KFC sauce as my dipping component. One touch I do like is that this came with 2 moist towelettes, which definitely comes in handy if you eat them with their hands, but I opted to use the fork that they gave me so that my hands do not smell of barbecue for the next week. As we go in for a bite, I will admit I thought this sauce tasted pretty solid, albeit nothing special. It's a good rendition of honey barbecue, but to me nothing life-changing. The tenders themselves were pretty lackluster, dry internally as you can see, very fibrous and a bit chewy. Any crisp exterior that may have been there is totally gone with the dousing of honey barbecue sauce, so don't expect any crisp textures from these. Now let's try one of the tenders in that KFC sauce. I have to say that this is not a flavor combo I particularly enjoyed. On its own, I found the KFC sauce to have a mostly sour, a bit sweet, and ever so slightly creamy flavor that really didn't do anything special in my opinion. Combined with the already strong, sweet honey barbecue flavor, it evoked more of a honey mustard vibe that didn't have a satisfying blend of flavors in my personal opinion. If you ask me, there needs to be something more savory at play to create a nice contrast with the already very sweet honey barbecue sauce that coats the tenders. Overall, I found this KFC sauce really forgettable. Just like the tenders, these fries were not super hot either. Still, they had a good flavor, kind of like battered fries you get at a bar or pub, and decent crunch and texture without undesired old oil taste. I bet they're quite solid when hot and fresh. The biscuit may have actually been my favorite part of this whole meal. It had a good external saltiness, a little bit of a butteriness, was internally soft, and just doughy enough to make for a great palate cleanser in between bites of the very sweet honey barbecue wings. Another highlight of the meal for me was my drink, which I opted for a Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning, which is a peach and honey flavored Mountain Dew that is exclusive to KFC. I almost never drink soda, and this was my first time trying this flavor, and I'll say I actually really enjoyed the peach heavy notes. But overall, what I came here for in the honey barbecue sauce was solid at best. I would not go out of my way to try it again, though I don't think it would be bad at all on some of the other options like the classic chicken pieces or the sandwich. The tenders were overall disappointing, but that's not the honey barbecue sauce's fault. I would give this meal a 6 out of 10 overall. Nothing too horrible about it, but at a bit excessive price point of $10.89, given its overall forgettability, I would not consider this one for the books whatsoever. I wish I could try just the sandwich without having to order a whole combo, but one other option I may look into is the $2 a la carte drumstick with the classic honey barbecue sauce. If that's a video you want to see me do, let me know in the comments. At that's going to take us to the conclusion of this video. With a massive amount of hype about this honey barbecue sauce, I wanted to see what the big deal was, and now having tried it for the first time in a couple decades, I found nothing wrong with it, but at the same time nothing special about it. If you are a big time fan of this sauce, let me know your favorite applications of it. Is it the drumsticks, a classic chicken combo, wings? I'd love to hear your feedback and thoughts. But that's all I have to say for this video. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to chatting in the comments as always, and I'll see you in the very next video. Peace.